This is supposed to be a game made in Rust, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game made in Rust. A programming language with a current compiler. Ooh, this is gonna trigger a bunch of people. Ooh, yeah. It came out in, August 5th. Let's see how it plays. That's not the gameplay. That's a cute anime girl. Okay, yeah. Okay, gameplay. There you go. Okay, wow. Heavily inspired by Stardew Valley, of course. Cool. Yeah, it is Stardew Valley, essentially, but in a little bit... not as detailed. Cool. This is made in Rust. I wonder how long it took them to make this game. Okay, 12 marriage candidates, and 2 of them are question marks. By the way, their style of pixel art is more to the style of how you would see pixel art being done usually. Not as much details, a lot of empty spaces with flat colors. And yeah. This is essentially Stardew Valley, yeah. Funny. Cool. Yeah, that's Stardew Valley, exactly. That's exactly it. Cool. Yeah, more power to them. Very nice. How long did it take them to make this? Fields of Mysteria. No, Control T. Holy shit, is it really coming down, huh? Yeah, it's really coming down, yeah. How long? How much development time? Release date and time. Fields of Mysteria main walkthrough. I guess there's no... This has got to be a big company then. NPC Studio. What is NPC Studio? Holy shit. 5 years it said above. Fields of Mysteria early access and roadmap have arrived. We are thrilled to announce that after 5 years of fighting the borrow checker, as you said, Fields of Mysteria is now officially available in early access. Damn. So if you use Rust and you have a team, NPC Studio. Let's see. How many of them are there? About us. Hi. That is... Okay, that's 3 people. We have Shelby Dove, which is the community manager. And who's the programmer? Our team. We are a tiny indie team supported by... Hi, I'm Nate. I've been in the games industry for over 20 years. Most of that working in publishers. I love games. No devs? Fields of Mysteria team? Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Holy shit. Okay, that's... Guys, so like... I don't know about you, okay? I don't consider this to be a tiny indie team, sorry. So like, I've been doing this for a long time now, where we take a look at some indie games that come out, and we take a look at the success of the game, and how many people are involved in making the game. And when I see a team of 12, 13, 15, no wait, 13, 17, 20 people, I don't really consider this a small indie studio. And then we have these. Yeah, okay, so these are the top 3, yeah. Nathan, Shelby, Gabe. Wait, they're not even in there. Are they? So that's 23, actually. It took that many people to clone Stardew Valley and Rust, and it took them 5 years. Why not? Does indie mean less than 5 or something? No. So here is my conflicting point. Okay, here's what conflicts me. When a normal person hears indie game developer, they think of a bunch of dudes together that try to make a game. Correct me if I'm wrong. So like when you guys hear indie game developer, what do you hear? What do you think? So in my mind, it is just a couple of dudes that make a game. Self-funded, you're wrong. That's also a woman. It's also a woman. I hear self-funded, self-published. Vagina does not equal indie developer. Yeah, 1 to 3 artists. India published. It's indie, but not small. So here's what I see, or what bothers me. What makes the indie space different from the AAA space when essentially the same thing is happening in the indie space too, when you have a bunch of people with a lot of money that invest into a team to make a game and give them a sum of money to make the game, just on a smaller scale. So for me, if I wanted to make money right now, let's say I'm an investor. I have the money. Let's say I have the money, okay? I would get myself a team. I would label myself indie. I would fund that team. Maybe not even disclose how much I'm funding them. And then I would advertise the shit out of it being an indie game development studio to look good on the outside. Also don't really care about the indie label. I was just curious why this team disqualified. No, I don't really want to disqualify this team, but what I'm seeing here is essentially that, which, and in my opinion, the public perception, we're not talking about developers here, we're talking about the public perception, is Undertale also has tons of people credited. Indie is not corporate. I consider indie to be like 1 to 5 dudes making a game in a basement, Limao. Yeah, I consider indie to be essentially not really this. Guys, we don't care about the Wikipedia definition of indie. We care about the layman's terms. We care about the average Joe that sees indie and then thinks, well, what does this mean? Indie means self-funded to me. There are indie companies that do not already, that do that already, small risk but high reward if indie game hits. I'm making a basement, indie. Indie means it's not bought by BlackRock yet. These people are not credits. They are employees. Yeah, we're not talking about the credits. We're talking about the employees. That is a good point, yes. So these people are not credits because there will be more in the credits. These are employees. So like, guys, I don't want to like drag this down into the mud or anything, but what I'm seeing is oftentimes indie investors that see what's happening in the gaming industry. AAA titles are losing favor by the gaming community. The gaming community favors indie more. So if I'm an investor, I get myself a team, I invest into a team, I fund the team, and then I call my game an indie game, and I'm on the good side of the gaming industry already, or by the gaming community. I'm already on the good side. So that's like positive marketing without actually doing anything. That's how I see it. And it's kind of playing on the fact that people like that title and name. You'd invest in the short team, currently popular idea, and take as little risk as possible, just like AAA. If you were out to make money. Yeah. Of course. Anyways, so for me, this is not really like the traditional indie team that I have come to know. So for example, I call the developer of Stardew Valley an indie game developer, but I wouldn't call this team an indie game developer. I would call this a business. I call this a business designed to make games, and it's a studio, yes. And I call the developer of Stardew Valley like the traditional indie game developer, the sweaty nerd that everyone thinks of when they hear indie game developer. See what I mean? Like, I don't want to discredit anything. I don't want to discredit them of any, like, achievement they made. I'm just trying to define what my problem is with the name indie oftentimes when it comes to this. Because in my opinion, it is just using a brand and a name and a logo to look better than maybe this would be considered, before indie was a thing, this would be considered maybe AA. The AA studio. Maybe like, I don't know, 1A, I don't even know if that exists. Self-funded AA, something like that. Nah, don't listen to Mike Acton on this. I mean, trying to look like the underdog. You mean trying to look like the underdog while actually having tremendous amounts of funding and support behind yourself. Self-funded double Ds. We are a single A studio, yo. You're not independent if you have investors to satisfy. So anyways, again, don't take this the wrong way. It's just something that gnaws on me, which when you have that many people with that much stuff floating around, like, the money has to come from somewhere, okay? And so, yeah. Like, anyways, work with indies, Peter. Yeah, anyways, I think it's just misusing a name, to be honest. Like, my honest opinion, I think it's a little shady and misusing the indie name to look good. It's my honest opinion. I could be totally wrong here, but when I think about indie game developers, I think about something else. Dropping apps. I think it's not so much the team size as team structure. If most of your team is just people that build stuff, then it's indie for me. If you have 5 managers, then probably it's more like a business case. For me, I'm purely talking about the public perception here. But okay, let's see. Cooldowns.